DoD 4140.50R, Department of Defense Management Standards of DoD and Locomotives, June 1985, Assistant Secretary of Defense Manpower Installation Logistics. Office Assistant Secretary of Defense, Washington, D.C., 2030-01, 4000, Manpower Installation Logistics, June 19, 1985, forward. This regulation is used in authority of the Department of Defense, Instruction 414-50, Management of DoD Locomotives, December 9, 1982. This policy prescribes uniform procedures to execute the management and policy for so forth in DoD issue in some 4140.50. The provisions of this regulation apply to the Office Secretary of Defense, OSTs, and military departments of organizations, Joint Chief of Staff departments, and agencies, therefore called DoD components. This regulation, effective immediately, will be used in all DoD components. Heads of DoD components may issue supplementary instruction to provide detailed guidance and, if required, establish publications. Department of the Army relating to the various phases of locomotive may be used in DoD components in lieu of publishing their own instructions. Send recommendations, changes, regulations to the Chairman of the Inter-Service Locomotive Management Committee, Deputy Chief of Staff of Logistics Headquarters, Department of Army, attention DALO-TSM. The DoD components may obtain copies of the regulation through the respective publication channels. Other federal agencies and public may obtain copies of direct U.S. Naval publications and form centers of 5801 Tabor Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19120. Robert W. L. Daniel, Jr., Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense of Logistics, Material, and Management. Table of Contents. The board and the Table of Contents with Chapter 1 General Information with the purpose, applicability, responsibility, procedures, definitions, and reporting recruitments, inter-service locomotive management, the ILMC, object of reviewing locomotive management information, locomotive replacement, distribution plans, membership of inter-service locomotive management committee, ILMC, ILCM, meetings, inter-service locomotive management meetings, Chapter 3, locomotive management information system usage standards, inventory, rail data, file layout, description, definitions, report requirements, Chapter 4, management of locomotives, general commercial carrier switching services, Chapter 5, authorization of locomotives, policy requirements, and authorization. Chapter 6, Selection of Locomotives, Analysis of the requirements, formulas, factors of locomotive selection, characteristics, planning factors of the DoD locomotives. Chapter 7, Acquisition of Locomotive Standards and Procurement Criteria, Procurement Planning, Maintenance for Support and Locomotive Information, Responsibilities, Prepare Parts, Supply Stock, Repair Parts Stock, Mandatory Inspection Fundings, Sources of Maintenance Support for Locomotive Equipment. Chapter 9, Repair and Replacement Standard Locomotives, General One-Time Repair Expenditure Limits, Technical Inspections, Computation of Repair Cost Estimates, Disposition. The Chapter 10, Storage of Locomotives, Policy, Storage Location, Storage as User Installations, Long-Term Storage. Chapter 11, Safety, Operating Safety Rules and Safety Requirement. It's the Locomotives Appendix. API 1, or AP1, Maintenance Repair Expenditure Limitations for the FSCC 2210 locomotives. And we have our references: DoD Directive 5000.11, Data Elements, Data Code Standardization Program, December 7, 1964, DoD 5012M, DoD Manuals for Standard Data Elements, December 1982, the DoD 5019, Policies of Management, Control, and Information Requirements, March 12, 1976, DoD Instruction 414050, Management of DoD Locomotives, December 9, 1982, DoD Instruction 410033, Operational Commercial Industrial Type Activities, February 25, 1980, Federal Acquisition Regulations and Current Edition.